Kylian Mbappé once again stole the spotlight in Real Madrid's 3-1 victory over Villarreal, reaching a milestone that puts him alongside none other than Cristiano Ronaldo. The French forward sealed the match with Madrid's third goal after a smooth combination with Brahim Diaz, extending his incredible streak to 9 consecutive league matches with a goal. With this run, Mbappé has now scored 40 goals in just 42 La Liga appearances, becoming the first player since Ronaldo to achieve such a feat. His immediate impact has made him the undeniable centerpiece of Xabi Alonso's attacking project. The Spanish coach is still refining his ideal starting 11, but one thing is clear: Mbappé has become the team's most decisive weapon. For Madrid fans, this electric start has sparked a wave of excitement and renewed belief. The numbers confirm what many already feel. Mbappé's arrival has transformed Real Madrid into a fearsome contender on every front. But not every debut story this week carried the same shine. In Cyprus, Guillermo Ochoa's first match in the top division with AL Limassol was one to forget. The Mexican goalkeeper conceded 5 goals in his debut appearance. Despite a few key saves that prevented an even heavier defeat, Ochoa's defense left him exposed time and again. His signing had raised hopes thanks to his vast international experience, but the rocky start left doubts about the team's defensive stability. For Ochoa, the challenge now is to turn things around quickly and prove he can be the difference maker his club believed in. Collectively, the crushing loss has forced the coaching staff to reconsider their defensive structure and tactical approach before the season slips away. What was meant to be a fresh beginning has instead become an early wake-up call. Meanwhile, in England, Ruben Amorim confirmed that Manchester United will organize mid-season friendly matches after being eliminated from European competitions, a move aimed at keeping the squad sharp while generating much-needed revenue. Reports suggest Saudi Arabia is the most likely destination for the tour, potentially setting up a highly anticipated reunion with Cristiano Ronaldo and Al Nassr. A meeting of past and present, Mbappé, the heir to greatness, and Ronaldo, the legend who defined it. The potential showdown in Saudi Arabia would have enormous media appeal, a global spectacle too big to ignore. Manager Ruben Amorim admitted that Manchester United continues to feel the weight of pressure from disappointing Premier League results. These mid-season friendlies, he explained, are not only vital for maintaining match fitness, they're also crucial for keeping fans engaged and strengthening the club's global brand in a key market like Saudi Arabia. But while United prepares to rebuild its momentum, a moment of tension unfolded in Madrid. Kylian Mbappé sent a wave of concern through the Santiago Bernabéu during Real Madrid's 3-1 victory over Villarreal. After scoring the team's third goal, the French superstar signaled for a substitution in the 81st minute, following a hard challenge. He walked off the field under his own power, showing no clear signs of serious injury, yet the sight was enough to unsettle the crowd and coaching staff alike. Mbappé has been called up for France's upcoming international fixtures, and any setback could disrupt both his national team's plans and Madrid's pursuit of domestic and European glory. The incident comes at a crucial point in the season, with Real Madrid fighting for the top spot in La Liga and the Champions League knockout stages looming on the horizon. For Madridistas, it was a reminder of just how indispensable Mbappé has already become. One moment he's rewriting history, the next he's a heartbeat of concern for an entire fanbase. For Real Madrid, every heartbeat of Kylian Mbappé is now monitored with anticipation. Any physical setback to their brightest star instantly becomes headline news. After the victory over Villarreal, Xabi Alonso addressed the moment that caught everyone's attention. He confirmed that Kylian Mbappé remains the club's official penalty taker, even though Vinicius Jr. took the most recent one. Alonso explained that it was Mbappé himself who offered the kick to his teammate, a gesture that perfectly illustrates the unity and chemistry inside Madrid's locker room. Alonso also praised Vinicius for his brilliant performance, 2 goals and 1 assist, describing him as one of the night's standout figures. The coach highlighted the contribution of Federico Valverde, who once again delivered a strong performance despite being deployed out of his usual position. And there was another update. Jude Bellingham is expected to use the upcoming international break to fully recover his fitness, with the goal of returning at peak form for the decisive stretch of the season. Vinicius, who dominated the match at the Santiago Bernabéu, emphasized how crucial it is for Madrid to build fortress-like consistency at home if they want to reclaim the league title. The Brazilian star noted that maintaining confidence and intensity, especially in front of their home crowd, could be the difference between winning and falling short in the title race. He also looked ahead to the international break with a mix of hope and caution, expressing his wish that no teammate returns injured. With La Liga and the Champions League battles intensifying, Real Madrid will need every piece of its arsenal healthy and ready, because for this team and this generation, every match feels like a step toward history. In one of the weekend's biggest surprises, Leganés stunned the crowd in Andorra with a thrilling 2-1 victory that left fans breathless until the final whistle. The breakthrough came from Duca, who unleashed a spectacular free kick, a strike so powerful and precise that it drew instant comparisons to Cristiano Ronaldo's most iconic goals. Moments later, Nain Garcia doubled the visitors' lead, giving Leganés a firm grip on the match. Andorra's Gael Alonso managed to pull one back, igniting hope for the home side, but it wasn't enough to prevent their first home defeat of the season. For Leganés, the win is a statement, a result that strengthens their push toward the top of the table and sends a message to their rivals. They're here to compete. For Andorra, however, it felt like a missed chance. A lost opportunity to prove their home ground remains a fortress. Meanwhile, across the Channel, Chelsea and Liverpool delivered a Premier League clash that lived up to every expectation. Fast-paced, fiery, and finely balanced. Both sides traded blows in a high-tempo battle filled with attacking intent. Each team had moments of dominance, carving out clear chances, but neither could find the decisive finish. The match ended in a hard-fought draw, a result that left both teams reflecting on what could have been. For Chelsea, it was a sign of steady progress under a rebuilding phase. For Liverpool, a reminder that consistency will be key if they aim to challenge for the title. Still, the performance on both sides showed one thing beyond doubt. The Premier League remains as competitive as ever, with margins so thin that every point feels like a victory or a heartbreak. For Chelsea and Liverpool, the lack of finishing touch in the final third was the night's biggest shortcoming. A reminder that precision often decides the difference between 1 point and 3. Meanwhile, in France, Olympique de Marseille delivered a commanding performance on the road, defeating Metz by 3-0. From the opening whistle, the Marseille side imposed their rhythm. Solid at the back, ruthless up front. It was a match that perfectly showcased the gap between both teams. Marseille's dominance not only earned them a convincing win, but also strengthened their push toward the top of the Ligue 1 standings. For Metz, however, the defeat was another setback, one that exposed their defensive frailties and left them dangerously close to the relegation zone. Across the Channel, a much-needed sigh of relief echoed through Old Trafford. Manchester United secured a 2-0 victory over Sunderland, a result that offered both comfort and confidence after a shaky start to the season. United showed greater defensive discipline and made the most of their attacking chances, something that's been missing in recent weeks. The win eased the mounting pressure on Ruben Amorim, who has faced growing scrutiny following the club's European exit. This victory, however, provided more than just 3 points. It offered a moment of calm, a chance for the team to regroup, refocus, and rebuild momentum during the upcoming international break. Because in football, sometimes a single result isn't just a win, it's a lifeline. In the United States, another name could soon join Lionel Messi's growing circle of global stars. Sergio Reguilón, currently a free agent, is in talks to sign with Inter Miami, the MLS powerhouse led by the Argentine legend. The Spanish fullback, formerly of Atletico Madrid and Sevilla, could bring much-needed depth and experience to Miami's back line. His arrival would continue the club's strategy of recruiting seasoned international talent, players who not only strengthen the roster but elevate the club's global image. If the deal goes through, Reguilón would join an impressive list of high-profile signings who have followed Messi's path to America, cementing Inter Miami's status as one of the most compelling and talked-about teams in world football, both on and off the pitch. Back in Spain, at the Santiago Bernabeu, drama and controversy took center stage once again. Real Madrid earned a 3-1 victory over Villarreal, but the match was overshadowed by a series of contentious refereeing decisions. Villarreal coach Marcelino Garcia Toral chose his words carefully after the final whistle. He avoided direct criticism but admitted, "I didn't like what happened tonight." The game turned on 2 pivotal moments: a penalty awarded to Vinicius Jr. and the red card shown to Mourinho, which left Villarreal with little room to fight back after a strong, competitive start. Marcelino acknowledged Madrid's superiority in key stretches and praised George Mikotadze, one of his new signings, for his effort and adaptability. For Villarreal, the defeat is a setback, a reminder of how unforgiving La Liga can be. But for Real Madrid, the victory further solidifies their position at the top, reinforcing their reputation as relentless contenders for the title. Another step forward, another message sent. This is Real Madrid, where pressure creates legends. And that wraps up today's story. A reminder that in football, every goal, every moment, every decision can change the course of history. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the beautiful game, don't just scroll away. Be part of the journey. Hit that like button if you felt the emotion, the drama, and the passion of the pitch. Drop a comment below. Tell us what you think about Mbappe's dominance, Real Madrid's form, or the rising stars shaping the future of football. Your thoughts don't just add to the conversation. They help shape where we go next. Make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications, because the next episode will take you even deeper into the untold stories, the controversies, and the defining moments that make this sport unlike any other. Every week, we bring you more than just highlights. We bring you context, emotion, and storytelling, the heartbeat behind the headlines. So stay tuned. Join our community of fans, dreamers, and believers who live for the sound of the whistle and the magic that follows. Because here, football isn't just a game. It's a story that never ends.